Hey, welcome back. Thank you all for stopping in again. Still in the Tour de France, obviously. This is the run towards the final sprint in Paris. Oddly, this year there is only one time trial. Oftentimes, the time trial has come as the last competitive stage, and that has been enough to change who won the tour the next day. This year they're the final stage, final competitive stage. I'll explain what I mean by competitive stage in a minute here. This year is going to be a mountain stage, which is equally important. But so it's tradition. The tour ends on the Champs-Élysées, and it's a chance for the sprinters to sprint, but it's extremely unlikely that there's enough time to be gained by the guy in second place to overtake third, overtake first. Although this year it's only 10 seconds difference right now. So it's possible, but unlikely. So it's more ceremonial, and then the sprinters find it out to win the last sprint stage, and occasionally the green jersey can change place, but usually everything's decided by then. Now next year, because of the Olympics being held in Paris, just days after the tour ends, they're going to move the finish of the Tour de France to the south of France in Nîmes.
Nîmes? We know Nîmes.
Actually, not Nîmes. Yes. Oh. No, not Nîmes. I can't remember now. Is it Nîmes? No, it's not Nîmes. It's Nice, the other four-letter one that's in the south of France. And even more remarkable than it not ending on the Champs-Élysées with a sprint is it's not going to end with a sprint. It's going to be a time trial. So there will be no ceremonial champagne toast, photo ops, everybody shaking hands and all of that. That is not how the tour is going to end next year. So it should be remarkable. I'm hoping that they're not going to go, oh, that worked really well. We're not going to end on the Champs-Élysées anymore. That would be sad, wouldn't it? So today, though, is the one time trial, as I said. And it's the race where you go out and ride by yourself against the clock. No teammates to help you with drafting. And they also ride these very specialized bikes. I've never tried riding one. Same bikes that triathletes ride. We'll call this Vive la France, because this is Remy Martin. No, it's not Remy Martin. It's Remy Cabanagh.
George.
Oh, Remy Martin is cognac. I knew what Remy Martin was. That's my other job. My day job, as I call it, even though I do it at night. Can you guess what I'm referring to?
The night they invented champagne, we went to this place. It was very fancy.
Of course, I'm referring to cognac and not champagne, but close. They're both grapes, and they're both French.
That's how the song went.
This is true. So we're going to work through the palette the same way I always do, for the same reasons I always do. So I don't think I need to explain it, but we're working through the warm colors first. The reason I want to call this Vive la France will become a little more obvious here in a minute, but Kavanaugh is the French champion at this discipline, the time trial. So he wears the tricolore, the three-colored jersey, the bleu, blanc, and rouge of the French flag. Now he is the time trial champion. Madouaz is the road champion. So Madouaz has been wearing that jersey, and he rides for a different team. He rides for a French team. He's been wearing that jersey on all the road stages, but today is a time trial, so he will not be in the tricolore because, as I just said, he is the road champion and not the time trial champion. So today it's Kavanaugh in that jersey. In some cases, there are certainly Lysenko is the champion of both disciplines for his country. But oftentimes it's such a different skill set that it'll be two different champions, one for road and one for the time trial. Sorry. Yet again, it's difficult to talk and paint at the same time. So since today there's a lot of climbing in this stage, there's going to be a slightly different kind of time trial. It's much more of a climbing. And so the sponsors of the polka dot jersey have been out giving out their polka dot t-shirts. So you'll see all along the course, anytime there's a mountain stage, you'll see hundreds, if not thousands, of t-shirts being worn, thrown over top of the t-shirt that fans went to the race in.
Pit right here.
Such a nice souvenir.
There it is, right there, right here. It's all gone.
I just realized there's another place I need it red.
Yeah, look. Right here.
Now the other flag that we've seen a lot of this year and last year is the Danish flag. After all, it is a Dane leading the tour right now. Of course, you see flags from absolutely every nation at the tour. Even those that aren't in the Tour de France. There's still fans out there showing off their national colors.
All gone.
I've seen flags from Thailand, and there are no ties in the tour.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Depending on your definition of Asia, there are no Asians in the tour. Unless you count Russia. That is interesting given the political realities. The one or two Russian riders are riding without of their country of origin being designated, nor do they have the flag of Russia on their anywhere on their signage or anything else. Good on the Tour de France for not giving that extra boost to Russia. I haven't noticed as many this year. Last year there were a whole lot of Ukrainian flags. Fans taking their opportunity to show their support for the Ukraine. So this is going to be a very quick painting. I'm just realizing. That's my sandwich, George. You can't have it. Egg salad sandwich that the dog is trying to get to.
You could eat your breakfast, George. Put that out, see if it eats it now.
So we're just going to now start in with the darkest, the blacks. Although there's a little color right there I have to come back and get, but it's a pretty dark red.
This is George's breakfast. Here, George. Put it right here.
So I was thinking I would have more of the word France. This particular banner is for France TV. They're the ones actually responsible for filming the tour and providing the video around the world. So naturally they've been quite focused on Cavignau's ride. But he's expected to do very well, and at this point he has been posting the best times on course. Now the weird thing is, for me painting these, it's always difficult because the way the time trial works is each rider starts individually, starting out a minute apart and working their way up to 3 minutes apart. And the very first guy to go could be the guy who wins the stage, but they have to wait till absolutely everybody else finishes before you know who the winner is. So I'm always want to make sure I paint the winner of the stage, but in the time trial, it's a little hard to know who that's going to be. Because this one could go down to the last two riders are the first and second in the tour, and they're both very good time trialists, and they both have every reason to try with the race. I think I had said that the race is only 10 seconds apart right now, so neither can sit back and just make sure they match the other. They've really got to go for it in hopes of creating an advantage before they go to another mountain stage tomorrow. So here's the painting for today. Quick and easy. Whoop, one last thing. It's enough time to remind you that all of this work is for sale over on my blog, or it's actually for sale on my website, gregleach.com. Easy way to find it is go to the blog, see all of the paintings, and there you'll find direct links to the blog, to the website, where you can purchase the paintings. In some cases, there are digital prints available for some of the paintings that have already sold. Those are, not that any of these are affordable, but I don't know your economic situation. But the originals are $95. That includes shipping in the US, additional shipping to ship outside of the country. And I appreciate you all taking the time to look. Obviously, I would love it if you subscribed. Like to hear what you think about the painting and about these videos. And I'll be back again tomorrow. This is the first of the last 6 stages of the tour, and then we go right into the Tour de France film, and I'll be painting those painting that race as well and posting those one a day for the 8 stages of the women's race as well. So thank you again. Appreciate you watching. See you tomorrow.
Tschüss.